Well, so ladies and gentlemen, the Herhor association has 16 years, is 16 years old now, and we have around 200 persons as our members, and we hope that maybe next year this number will be much bigger. Why? Because we do hope that we can prepare a nice exhibition that will travel around Poland and get then on that occasion always new members appear, and I hope Association of Lovers of Egypt. There is only one, I think, in the world, such association of Lovers of Egypt. I think we get new members very soon. This is a map showing all the places in Poland where our members are living. So you can see the whole Poland practically. There is no one bigger area without members. I do suppose we could add 2 or 3 even new places. However, this map is more general, showing that our association covers the whole country. It is not just local associations. And what's about our activity, everyday activity? We make give some lectures about Egypt to small children, even to some people who, the children of 6 years old, 7 years old, just first classes in the school. However, from that age until no live age, we also give lectures to old people, so-called University of the third age also. So our lectures are one kind of activity. Exhibitions, as the Excellency have seen, and everybody who has not yet seen our exhibition in the building of old library. I think in the break or after our meeting, everybody can see exhibition concerning history of Polish excavations in Egypt and activities in Egypt in the last 80 years, because this is special occasion. This year we have 80 years of our activity, anniversary of 80 years of activity, archaeological activity in Egypt, and we have also 90th anniversary of diplomatic contacts between Poland and Egypt. A small part of our exhibition also concerned that subject. On that occasion, Excellency, I'd like to offer you specially prepared translations of all these things from them, and also with a kind of introduction written by the man who was guiding you. And there's everything that you have seen there, but in English. So it is what you see here is our new area of our activity in Egypt. Last year we started to be engaged in also anniversary ceremonies of a very great discovery of the so-called second discovery, the el-Bahari, Babel Gusus tomb, gate of priests tomb, 153 coffins of 21st dynasty were discovered, and a special exhibition is still being prepared in Egyptian Museum, and we are engaged also in that area. We have written some texts which I hope can be shown together with exhibition. But exhibition is not yet ready because the museum has some problems, financial problems, some cases, such a technical problems, but I hope they will be soon over. However, members of our association also are, some members are active in making inventory of coffins. For instance, I'm making an inventory of newly discovered fragments of coffins in the Cairo Museum. Well, this is our activity, and of course, you know, we support any Polish archaeological activities in Egypt. Another kind of our activities are exhibitions, because, to my opinion, the most important most important task standing before us is to show Egypt, to go with Egyptian subjects to Poland, not wait for people coming to Warsaw, like today, for instance. Vice versa, we can make an exhibition. I hope this exhibition will travel around Poland, speaking about showing modern Egypt, contemporary Egypt, however also ancient Egypt, and explaining a lot of things concerning Egyptian history, because unfortunately in our official school programs this subject is now almost non-existing, so it's practically just in margin, something about ancient Egypt, and there is so high culture, we should make knowledge about that. And we hope also that such a traveling exhibition can arise interest of many people to go to Egypt, to visiting Egypt. I think it is our common hope that more people will go to Egypt and visit. What you see here, of course, it is 5 years ago. It was a special exhibition made in Warsaw, in one of the museums. However, once we make this traveling exhibition, we can organize every opening this way. It means we have some garments, especially for for small girls, like the girls are here. Some new youngest members of our association are girls now 6 years old. Yes. For such girls, we have garments, and so they can play a role of ancient Egyptian priestesses, and we can make such openings. This was also some years ago an exhibition open. However, I'd like to say that after that exhibition concerning our first archaeological investigation in Egypt, when Poland was not yet officially existing as a country, as state. However, Polish nobleman Tyszkiewicz made excavation, quite official excavations in Egypt, and this we made a special exhibition concerning this. We have, as Herhor, had bought some elements like this pylon you have seen before, like this. This belongs now to us, and in such a kiosk everything can be shown, any statue, anything, and it will make a good impression. So we have now more such things. Thinking about the new exhibition, traveling exhibition, I can recall some quick photos from Herhor, when we once had also such an exhibition. We have a lot of materials ready from that exhibition, ready to reuse. So these are just some elements, you know, the history of Polish archaeology, contemporary Egypt, and ancient Egypt, and Egyptomany, Egyptosophy, so interest of people in Egypt, and so on and so on. So these are old things, and this we dispose now also of some copies bought in this year in the museum, Egyptian Museum. So these are these copies I brought. I hope these copies can be shown together with the exhibition. They are very nice objects, and I think this will give our exhibition value. These are not originals, but good copies. I think it's even better because with originals one must show exhibition only in museums, but with copies you can show everywhere. In libraries, and this is much.
This is from our work, Professor.
Yes.
This comes from our work.
Your work.
Yes.
Congratulations. Well, and this was also what we have seen. Also, some photos coming from our mission, Polish Cliff Mission. I'm directing the Cliff Mission since 1999, and Association of Herhor Association always gave support to our mission. So very quickly, I'd like only to recall the results of this mission, because we are just we came to the situation, to the moment when we do expect the biggest discoveries. Indeed, I know some people don't believe that it's not important. We know we are just expecting great discoveries. I will show you. This was above Hatshepsut Temple, the place where we were working several years, 15 years long. And we had officially to save Hatshepsut Temple, because there were a lot of great dangerous stones on that place, just above Temple of Hatshepsut, Temple of Thutmose III, and everybody were afraid of these stones. However, the position of this place, characteristic place, we called Ledge, but now we call this Jebel Raja. This is our new name, because Raja Ahmed Yassin is our chief workman, our friend, and without his work we could do nothing. So we decided to give the name to this part of the mountain, because this was nameless. So it's Jebel Raja, I think it's a very good name for such a place. So in Jebel Raja, we found from the beginning of our work, because we were saving temples, however, we also were checking all the ancient traces of ancient activity. And as you can see, this, for instance, is not natural. This was made by people. We started to be met with mysteries. One mystery after another mystery. We knew that ancient people made a lot of efforts to do something on Jebel Raja. What it was. First we had to do with a great number of as you see, of stones. It was practically one supposes it is impossible to remove this stone, even to make any scientific research. We made all the research, and we removed all these stones in a safe way. These stones were accumulated there by people in purpose, not accidentally. This was absolutely work of people, the collection of this, gathering of these big stones. And how dangerous the stones were. For instance, this 100 tons stone could roll very quickly down directly on Hatshepsut Temple after the first big rain, like Seoul, you say, and this is expected even now as well. some other big, you can see this most dangerous part, the rock, was very, very much dangerous. You can see how wet this rock was and how it was positioned. You can see such a loose fragments. If any of these fragments started to fall down, landed directly on Hatshepsut temple. So we decided to remove everything, and we started the work in 2009. And there are some pictures of brave Egyptian workers removing piece after piece. After the whole work, there was no big stone anymore. However, this looked ugly. This was a terrible look because we cut the big stones into small one. However, the small one were also not very good, and this wall made by Egyptian colleagues were also dangerous. It should be removed. So Polish engineers, and we have here with us these two people here in this room, made a special installation that was consisted of such elements. This altogether, this was installation looked like that, and the stones were thrown from up down to this place. This is how this installation worked, and this is the place where the stones were collected, making no danger for temple around. So it was, I think, a very great achievement both of our engineers and also of us, that we removed all these stones without problems. Directly, another part of installation brought the stones to the carts, to trucks. And now Jebel Rajab looks like that. No dangerous stone anymore. So nothing can fall on the temples. I think it is indeed a great achievement of both of Polish engineers and Polish archaeologists. However, this is one side. Second problem, we have removed the danger. However, we still had to solve some mysteries, to give answers to difficult questions. Why this great number of stones were accumulated on this Jebel Rajab? Why? We supposed first a tomb should be there. We found such ancient installations made to remove rainwater from there. And all the tectonic cracks were covered with such a special kind of mortar. And we indeed, after removal of all the stones, we found in Jebel Rajab two places where two tombs were started. So this should be a tomb shaft, made probably 10 meters or more deep. However, this shaft only was started and never finished. And beside of that, we found also the stone just placed and fixed on a special platform. And this stone started to be shaped. It should be a big stela, probably that was, it had to be a royal tomb. But royal tomb of whom? We found also a lot of robbery tunnels, so we suppose if ancient robberies were looking for something, it must be tombs there. And we found graffiti, many graffiti, more than 200 graffiti, but especially important were graffiti speaking about the director of the necropolis, man who was living in the end of 20th dynasty and early 21st dynasty. Probably he was directing the works on Jebel Rajab, works on the tombs. Tombs for whom? The only possibility is that it was Herhor, King Herhor, because he was living in time of Tutankhamun. And until now, never tomb of Herhor was found. I think we know now very precisely where the entrance is. Anyhow, before the area was like that, and after cleaning like that. And when we made the excavations, then we found that the whole area of Jebel Raja, there was no ready tomb. However, every crack was filled with mortar, what means that entrance to the tomb should be farther to the south. And the cracks probably had something in common with the tomb corridor down. So we went down. And down, when we started excavation in 2015, we discovered right on the first day of our excavation, we discovered a place where was a platform, and the rock was also cut artificially. It was a chapel in that place, for sure, a chapel, we found another platform for such a chapel as well. And in one photo, old photo, even in two old photos, now in the visitor center in el-Bahari, we found that in the place when we made our cleaning, there was no trace of anything. The old photos of the end of 19th century show a building. Still, it was something, it was for sure a chapel. And when I compare these photos with some paintings on the coffins I know and on papyri, I think it is the same idea. So this was chapel, special tomb chapel, royal tomb chapel. Royal tomb chapel, known also from papyri of 18th dynasty. So it existed in time when this papyrus was painted. It means this royal tomb should be of the early New Kingdom, and we suppose it may have been tomb of Amenhotep I, because never the tomb of Amenhotep was found. And when we know one papyrus speaking when the tomb is, ancient papyrus, speaking that it is 120 cubits down from a high place, and to the north from a temple of Amenhotep with the garden, we started to check, and now we know that the place when our platform were discovered exactly corresponds to this information from this papyrus. So we know that this was the chapel built for Amenhotep I. So the entrance to the tomb of Amenhotep should be not far away from this platform. And we found before also in our during excavation, we found something that at first we could not understand. Why such old fragment of dagger? This is fragment of such a dagger in identical parts. This is dagger found on mummy of a king of 17th dynasty. Probably the our handle of dagger. Robbers took everything better, the gold and silver, and just left bronze handle. This probably hanged on the neck of a pharaoh of early 18th dynasty, probably Amenhotep I. So now we know that we are looking for a tomb. We are closer and closer to a tomb where probably originally Amenhotep was buried, and probably this tomb was then reused for maybe Herhor. Anyhow, this chapel is to the north from the temple with the garden, because there was trees were planted. So we started to analyze that first this chapel was built here, then it was moved. Why? Because this place, under the letter A, was covered with enormous artificial slope. Ancient Egyptians made pyramids. Ancient Egyptians made so unimaginable today operations, technical operations. One of such operations was in the el-Bahari. This is our discovery. Imagine that this, what we had removed, was just top of gigantic slope that covered originally 2 temples completely. That temple of Mentuhotep was excavated, was discovered by Navil in the beginning of 20th century. And that moment, when Navil was found this temple, nothing stretched from the ground, no column, no one stone. This was completely covered. It was a camouflage. And in that moment, you can see in 19. We had this photo made in 1926. Not we. This was American mission, and in that time, American mission saw this place like that. This was a fragment of this artificial slope. However, Polish mission discovered here a temple. So this was another temple once existing and then completely covered by artificial material. Look, this artificial slope was also shown on copies. This was like that. This was artificial covered. But why? What was covered? Probably tomb. And we understand now Jebel Rajab history. Why we had on Jebel Rajab such enormous artificial group of stones. Because if we have no stone at all, you know how the Jebel Rajab looks like a flat surface of rock. When a great torrential rain comes soon, great amount of water falls from these stones, from these rocks here, and then going down, this water comes to the precipice and then changed into waterfall. And the waterfall was of course not dangerous for rock. However, once Egyptians made artificial slope, such a waterfall could destroy this very easily. So because of that, to stop waterfalls, they made such things. 4,000 stones. And it is just last element of the whole gigantic operation ancient Egyptians made to cover the tomb. Where is the entrance to the tomb? Looking for that, we discovered 2 drains that were made to remove water. Of course, rainwater was something that ancient Egyptians were very tolerant. One drain took the water to the north, 2 other to the south. It means that a special fragment of a rock was here especially protected against water. So on that line, we should expect entrance to the tomb. And at the moment now, this place is just on the area of temple of Thutmose III. The Thutmose III temple was specially made in that place, probably because Thutmose had a special, very great connection with Amenhotep I. It was his great grandfather. Anyhow, Thutmose worshipped Amenhotep very much. So he probably took his tomb into his own temple. And now we should expect the entrance to this tomb on the area of this temple. And you know, there is in the western part that was originally covered with this artificial slope, it was over this surface 24 meters at elevation. Very good protection. And what is now in that place? Several pavement slabs. Nobody never tried even to look under these slabs. Nobody. And our research shows that this covers now probably entrance to the Tomb of Amenhotep. You know, this should not be, this island, artificial island of slabs should not exist at all, because this temple was ruined. After that, the temple was changed into quarry, and all such stone were taken out. And you see, there is no pavement slabs here, nor there, just island. Why? Why the island was saved here? Because something is under the island. Amenhotep and Tutmosis on coffins together. Amenhotep and Tutmosis are in many ways connected, combined in the area of the el-Bahari, and in the temple of Tutmosis, the place when we do expect now this tomb is just between between these two red arrows. Under this very thick wall. There are our slabs lying, and these two rooms were the most important rooms in that temple. To every of this room, a special processional alley was giving entrance, so this is a special place. And when we analyze these slabs, you can see that this fragment, this line, should continue that one. No, this is moved. So these slabs are put here secondarily, not originally. And also, if you see some hollows in the pavement, can you imagine an original pavement of a temple with hollows in imaginary? So if we have such hollows, it means these are secondary, just arrangement of the slabs. And that slab, it is next mystery. This ancient slab was once broken, probably by robbers, and because that tomb, we do suppose, were robbed. And then ancient Egyptians made reconstructions, piously reconstructed this one slab. Why? This slab was for nothing, technically for nothing, just for nothing, but it was religious activity, because according to idea of math, this God's law, ancient Egyptians understood if something bad happened, one can in the future change this into good. So they tried to ceremonially, ritually change this robbery of the tomb and reconstructed this slab. But why? Probably just beside we can expect this tomb, this entrance. I do suppose that the entrance to the tomb of Amenhotep, reused for Herhor, is under the slab with red A. It was never changed, never checked before. On the line, on the axis, in that direction, you have this official processional alley leading to this important chapel. And on other side, on the axis, you have this protected area, protected by drains we discovered. So I do suppose one should look under that slab. It needs 10 minutes and 2 strong people. Just decision is necessary. And also, I would like also to check that place and that place, because I do suppose this tomb was made, reused, old tomb of Mohamed was reused for Herhor in time of 21st dynasty. Probably in the same time, it's quite possible that other tombs may have been also done for priests, and one must check. Maybe yes, maybe not, but these two places also now have potential to cover entrance. One must check this. So you see, now we are so close to have an important answer. Can you imagine when we move this slab and we find an intact royal tomb? It would be very good for Egypt, I think. Once all Egyptian newspapers would, not only Egyptian, world newspapers could write something good about Egypt. Yeah? This discovery, and people could come also, and Egypt could get money. Very important thing for Egypt. Now we must just wait for permission to look. Well, and it is just one thing. Before I finish, I very quickly show you another place when I do expect another royal tomb. And when only I get permission, we can check. You know, this is the place when from people looking there look very innocently. However, this fragment here. You know, all the pillars reach one level, except of that who is lower. If you come closer, you see a wall above. This wall was just because somebody made first a cut fragment of the rock and then filled again this cutting with stones. The stones were of course originally placed with mortar, were not visible. However, after so many thousand years, rains, winds made this mortar went out, and we see wall, work of people, and this what you see is another work of people. The whole upper part of this pillar was artificially cut out. This is made by people, not by nature. So why such a gigantic and very dangerous place? Look at that. This is these white surfaces are surfaces made by people, by men. This and that. Why? And then was up the wall, because probably something can be looked in between. You can see here, this is a crack, but very wide, so 3 meters flat. This crack ends here. From that point to the down is 70 meters. So here the place is accessible only from top. Why this operation? Probably something very heavy was intended to be put here. What? Probably sarcophagus, stone sarcophagus. And if it was stone sarcophagus, so it was royalty. So probably if one must make a cleaning, I need 3 days to clean just this down or this crack. Some big stones, however, we have a great experience with cutting stones and removing stones. It's no problem for us. 3 days, and we know. I do suppose these stones lying here can now making inaccessible a place probably in the middle of that, and there is, to my opinion, can be expected entrance to a tomb, royal tomb, another one royal tomb. So we are probably very close to discover 2 royal tombs, not one. Just we need permission. Only we need permission. Only this one. And I was promised by a very high person in the structure of SCA in Egypt that once I get permission from a permanent committee to continue to finish this, what you can see, because what we have to do, it is just to remove this fragment, to remove, because it is looking badly, and especially with this Bermudes looking terribly. So I applied, I gave an application to let me give a few weeks to finish the whole operation I made. Now this is not existing, this was removed before. However, only this should be removed. Another part of the installation is still working. So, when I get permission to remove this, this high official told me, I let you check the place in between. So, keep your fingers crossed that we get permission to remove that. And once we get permission, I am sure here under this is another tomb. This time this is wrapped, and this is late Saitic period tomb. Anyhow, probably with coffin inside and with such a things, also for archaeology, so very much important. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you are now convinced that our work was important and is important and can bring important results very soon. And now, as we say, the ball is in hands of Egyptians. So we are waiting for permission. Once we get, maybe next year we have made here a feast for discovery of royal tomb. Two royal, one non-royal. This is from priest, is late Saitic priest, but these other are royal. To my opinion, it was old tomb of Amenhotep reused for Herhor. So it was Amenhotep was already taken from the tomb, but some objects belonging to him is still there, I'm sure. However, tomb of Herhor intact. And because of that, there was this artificial slope made by ancient Egyptians to protect this tomb. 24 meters covering, there was nobody could remove this. But ancient Egyptians could not predict the activity of the cliff mission. But this is something that they could not predict.
Professor, we already sent a request to work in there.
Records.
Request to work in there.
Yes, I did. I officially wrote a request to make this, just to remove this, because this is, the continuation and accomplishment of my mission. And once I have permission, we can just check this, once we have security, and I have security and permission.
So you have agreement from the permanent committee?
I don't know. Probably they give or not give agreement when they decide, maybe they have already decided, I don't know. But I do suppose because of Ramadan, maybe we wrote, we'd like to start in October. It means usually 3 months before permanent committee is thinking about. So latest in August. But I
need security permission after the permanent committee agreement.
I know. I know. But we left our permission in application in. I left it on 1st April. So when they gave to the Ministry of Interior, the security people, this is April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and even November. So I think it's enough. It's enough. Inshallah. But I think it's enough. Only question if the land committee give us permission or not.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
We'll give you a permission.
But, you know, so if you can, if you have any question, Excellency, for that, or anybody has a question concerning this.
If I may have a comment.
Yes.
First, I'd like to thank everybody for inviting me today to this occasion. Thank you very much. And I came a little bit late because the streets were closed around the university, so we kept rolling around, and then I was lost a little bit in the campus. So it took me 10 minutes.
I was waiting 15 minutes in the front, but that's, I suppose all probably will not.
No, I was keen to come. Of course, thank you very much for the invitation and for the fascinating information. And definitely the Egyptian civilization has been always closed with a lot of secrets, and you mentioned what you are doing there is to unclose these secrets and to show the world how important and how was fascinating the Egyptian civilization. Of course, I hope that you will get the necessary permission as you have got it before, and I wish also that all your expectations will come true and you will find these discoveries which will be really very important and will show definitely side of the history of the Egyptian civilization. I thank the lovers of Egypt, and I hope the community will become better all around Poland, and of course it will be great if all the members will have the opportunity to visit Egypt and tourism. We have a lot of sites that tourists may enjoy their time there, and it's well known that Egypt is a family destination. It is good also to go with your own kids. And I wish you a happy meeting and fruitful, and I thank you very much.
Thank you very much.